There's a ton of noise out there. So, how do you get decision makers to pay attention to your brand? Start a podcast and invite your ideal clients to be guests on your show. Learn more at sweetfishmedia.com.
You're listening to B2B Growth, a daily podcast for B2B leaders. We've interviewed names you've probably heard before, like Gary Vaynerchuk and Simon Sinek, but you've probably never heard from the majority of our guests. That's because the bulk of our interviews aren't with professional speakers and authors. Most of our guests are in the trenches leading sales and marketing teams. They're implementing strategy. They're experimenting with tactics. They're building the fastest growing B2B companies in the world. My name is James Carberry. I'm the founder of Sweetfish Media, a podcast agency for B2B brands, and I'm also one of the co-hosts of this show. When we're not interviewing sales and marketing leaders, you'll hear stories from behind the scenes of our own business. We'll share the ups and downs of our journey as we attempt to take over the world. Just kidding. Well, maybe. Let's get into the show. Welcome back to another episode of B2B Growth. My name is James Carberry. I'm one of the co-hosts of the show, and I'm going to be hosting a new series within B2B Growth called Content-Based Networking. Now, a lot of you probably already know that we are in the process of building a category called content-based networking. We're doing an entire series about category creation, and this particular series is going to hone in on content-based networking, how to execute it, what it's all about. And we're going to be talking to a lot of folks outside of Sweetfish that are executing on content-based networking. Now, we came up with a name for it. We've defined it, but this is not a new concept. Lots and lots and lots of people have been collaborating with their ideal clients, potential referral partners, industry influencers to create meaningful relationships by creating content with them. So all we did was come in and put a name on it. But I'm really excited because of the conversations I've already had, people just leveraging content-based networking in really creative ways. Obviously, the biggest way that we do it as a company here at Sweetfish is through this podcast, through B2B Growth. We're interviewing people that we ultimately want to do business with, or there could be some sort of a referral relationship there, or they're an industry influencer where we're just going to be able to, obviously leverage that relationship down the road, but also add value to each of those people along the way. Instead of just extracting value, we are giving value first by giving our platform to their voice and allowing them to speak to our listeners. And so I want to start by really just sharing the definition of content-based networking. I've shared this in some other episodes, but I think it is worth sharing here as this entire series is dedicated to this concept. But the way we define content-based networking is this: it's collaborating with ideal clients, potential referral partners, and industry influencers to build meaningful relationships by creating content together. I truly believe that content collaboration is the fastest way to reverse engineer your network with the exact type of people that you want to be connected with. We'll talk to people in this series who are doing this to reverse engineer mentor relationships. So not even necessarily ideal clients or referral partners, but just people that they want to know because they value that wisdom and they want to have that mentorship in their life. And the way to get that mentorship is to interview someone on a show or for a blog post or for a video series or create a book with them. There are just so many different tactics. We're going to be talking not just about kind of the why behind these folks that we're featuring in this series, not just why they're doing it, but also how they're doing it. So whether it's, creating a physical book and an audio book from scratch with 19 different collaborators, like you'll hear in an episode that we did recently with Scott Ingram that we'll share in this series. But you'll also hear how people like Matt Hines are doing content collaboration at scale by inviting hundreds of people to be a part of surveys that they're then using those responses and turning it into content. So there are just so many different types of content you can create by collaborating with the exact people that you want to be connected with, that you want to have genuine relationship with. I'm really, really excited about this show. And also, I don't know that I've announced this publicly yet, but I am in the early stages of writing my first book. And the book is called Content-Based networking. And so I'm going to be sharing a lot of the content that I share in this specific series, or that we're uncovering in this specific series. And I'm going to be leveraging that for the book that I'm writing. So I am really excited about the book. I'm really excited about this series. And I really hope that this adds an enormous amount of value to you. If you're not interested in this at all, you can just ignore any episodes that have content-based networking at the beginning of the headline. That's how you'll know that the episode is in this particular series. But thank you all so much. I wanted to give you a quick heads up, as this is the first episode of the series, as to what you can expect. We'll probably end up releasing these at a weekly cadence, but it might be a little off. So just look for that hashtag content-based networking in the headline of the episode. And that's how you'll know that particular episode is in this series. Again, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your attention more than you know.
Digital marketing agencies have a tough job. You have to stay on top of the latest marketing strategies for your clients and your agency. What if there was a way you could address both at the same time? Imagine your agency putting out content with greater quality and quantity. Envision bringing your clients a turnkey solution for one of B2B marketing's fastest growing media strategies, podcasting. You know, all those clients asking for your help with their account-based marketing efforts? Picture being the first to bring them the idea of content-based networking, showing them the proven strategy for breaking into their most coveted accounts. Here's the concept. Sweetfish Media is looking to work with a limited number of innovative agencies interested in a new partnership model. We produce a podcast for your agency at no cost. You introduce the power of podcasting and Sweetfish services to your clients. Everybody wins. Learn more at sweetfishpartners.com.